Hey, I'm Adriana Morgan, the VP of Operations of Prestige Business Financial Services, and today I'll be doing a presentation over pre-made businesses and how they can help you achieve higher funding within short time frames. Let's get started, shall we? My first slide here is going to be talking about a little of what we do and some of the services and options that we do provide. So we have been in business for about the last 10 years, assisting entrepreneurs, business owners, and anyone looking to start a business with obtaining personal and business funding. Some of the options that we do provide are personal loans up to $100,000, credit restoration, personal trade lines, business trade lines, as well as business loans, and we even have some real estate investing options as well. So, the beautiful thing about us is that we do provide your business and your personal needs. Therefore, we serve as your one stop shop for all of your funding needs and services. So, whether if, like I said, you're trying to start a business or if you have one, most likely we have some services or programs that will help you scale your business or start your business to complete your dream, your vision, because here we understand that is so challenging and so hard for you to create a successful entity. So we want to provide you with the free resources that you need to fulfill your vision. So what we'll be going over today is what is a pre-made business, the benefits of a pre-made business, what's included, ideal credit profile requirements, trade lines, exclusive access to $300,000 line of credit, and frequently asked questions, and why get your pre-made business with us. So this presentation is to serve to pretty much fill all of your, or answer all of the questions that you may be having, and really use this as a tool to educate yourself on how you could leverage purchasing an already made business to your needs, which are perfect for real estate investors, foreign investors that are looking to incorporate here in America, startup owners, and even expanding business owners, which let me start with what it is, and I'll kind of get into that. So you may be wondering, what is a pre-made business? Like, how is this going to help me? So a pre-made business or a shelf corporation, which is the other word for it, are known as aged corporations. They are pre-established companies that have been dormant or inactive for some time and are available for purchase. These corporations are typically created and left idle for a few years without any business activity, but they still retain their legal status as registered corporations, often purchased by individuals or companies looking for higher funding on a quick time frame. The new owner can save time and effort by avoiding creating a new corporation from scratch. Additionally, they benefit from the established credit history, tax benefits, and the appearance of longevity that comes into having an older corporation. So, what are the benefits of a pre-made business? So, as I already mentioned, what this is perfect for. This is perfect for just about anybody that's looking to get higher funding in a quick time frame of maybe about 2 to 4 months. I say 2 to 4 months given whatever your credit profile is looking like, which I'll get into here in the next couple slides. So, the first benefit is that it saves you time. Purchasing a shelf corp can save you the time and hassle of creating a new business from scratch. So I will say with creating an LLC, it really doesn't take that much time. I will say it takes a lot of effort into getting it on the map and kind of getting it started, though, which you actually will save with us, because we will pretty much put your business on the map since it is an existing business. We'll go ahead and start up your Google My Business profile, entering in all the directories. We'll get all your EIN letters, all that fun stuff, which is actually in the next additional 2 slides what I'll talk about, what all comes with. But that is where you're saving your time at. The biggest benefit of it is the credibility. A shelf corporation has existed for several years, typically at least 4 to 5 years, which adds credibility to your business, which is particularly helpful when establishing relationships with suppliers, lenders, and other business partners. The next is the availability of credit. Some lenders are more willing to extend credit to a shelf corporation than a newly formed business. Your newly formed business will come with a built paydex score. So, when you're looking for funding as a new business owner, so this is a helpful tip if you're a brand new business owner, startup owner. Typically, when you're looking for funding, lenders will ask you for 3 things. or I will say they're looking for three things. They're looking at your personal credit score. So they're trying to see if you're a responsible person with your money, if you are handling your money well, if your utilization's at a good threshold. If you're not, that's going to throw out a lot of your chances right there, because you don't have you may not have the third requirement, which I'll get to the second here in a moment. So the second requirement is the paydex score. So a paydex score is your business's credit score. So they're wanting to see, is your business reliable? So not only if you are personally reliable, but is your business a reliable person to lend to? So your business paydex score actually goes on a scale of 0 to 100. If you have at least an 80 or 80 and above, that is considered in the highly favorable range, which is actually going to get you really good terms on your loans, and you're pretty much the best rates that you can get on the loans, especially if you have a combination of things. The third thing that they're looking for is business revenue. Given that if you don't have that revenue offhand, then they're going to be asking you for the other credit parameters. And typically, even with the revenue, they want to see at least 3 to 4 months of consistency. So if you don't have those 3 to 4 months of business bank statements with consistency, then unfortunately you still may not be able to get approved for any sort of lines of credit or loans. Then I have here part two, the limited liability protection. Protect yourself by not being liable for any debts or obligations of the corporation, which is increasingly important as you achieve higher funding with this corporation. You definitely don't want to be personally liable in case you do happen to come across any mishaps in your line of credit where you may not be able to pay it back or something of the sort. You definitely don't want it impacting your personal credit as well. Because as a business owner, you want to make sure that you pretty much want to make sure that you're maximizing all of your potential opportunities and you're not having anything fall on your personal life, right? So definitely just try to keep those two things separate. You will also receive tax benefits. So we actually have corporations out of different states. So depending on what state you're in, you could get a lower tax percentage. So this could be beneficial to you as well. So, yes, many states offer different tax savings and benefits. We have a variety of states you can choose from, allowing you the flexibility you need to align with whatever endeavor you are attempting to fund. The higher funding, which is the key thing. Obtaining higher funding is much easier with a shelf corporation than your personal credit score. Get exclusive access to our 0% $300,000 line of credit. Privacy. If you purchase in an active shelf corporation, you can maintain a degree of privacy. This is because the public records associated with the corporation may keep the information about your business private. But the higher funding is the main reason why many individuals do this. And with this pre-made business, it's completely up to you. This is completely operable business, but I would say a majority of our clients only use it for funding. They'll just go ahead, purchase the corporation, get the line of credit, and do what they want with the line of credit. Or if let's say you are an expanding business owner, you could use this as a sister company. Or if you even want to use this as your new main company, you're more than welcome to do that, which I will show you here. Especially if you are doing that, there is additional value that we do provide to you, but I'll go ahead and go over that in our second to last slide, I believe. So what is included? So we will go ahead and help you complete the IRS company registration, which is the EIN letter, the Duns and Bradstreet. So the Duns and Bradstreet will expedite that process for you. The 401 directory listing, yellow pages listing, super pages listing, your Bing Bing search engine listing, Google search engine listing, which is your Google My Business profile. That is incredibly handy if you're trying to have your target audience find you. So we'll create and optimize a page for you. Yelp.com business listing, Yahoo search engine listing, and free credit repair. So the free credit repair is a huge thing. So I'm going to go over here in the next slide the ideal credit profiles, but if you don't meet that, we'll go ahead and give you the free credit restoration to go ahead and get you exactly where you need to be to move forward with the pre-made business. So the ideal credit requirements is that you have a 720 credit score and a clean profile. And what we mean by that is that you have a 30% threshold in your utilization across all of your accounts. The reason being is that whenever you're trying to get higher funding, you need to have the space. And now, even though that I mentioned before, you want to keep separation of your credit score and this, you're able to do so, but it's just a matter of we need to make sure that you have these requirements to even get you the pre-made business, to make sure that you will be responsible with this line of credit. So again, even if you don't have a 720 credit score at this moment in time, you still are able to purchase the entity, and we will assist you with building your credit score. Whether it's if you have negatives on your account, we'll go ahead and remove the negatives, which can consist of ne- inquiries, late payments, charge offs, or any bankruptcies that you may have. Bankruptcies, though, that takes some time to get removed, but you're able to still use the pre-made business as an operable piece in your daily functions, or if you're utilizing it just specifically for funding, then we could go ahead and take the time to remove any sort of negatives and then nudge you along the process here, which I'm actually going to go across the timeline in the next slide, because it takes some time for us to transfer the business to build your Paydex 80. So even if you don't meet these requirements, take advantage of the free credit restoration. We'll build your credit up we'll build your personal credit up as we build your business credit up. So therefore, everything could be wrapped up at the same time, and then you can go ahead and start funding your endeavors. So the next slide here is the timeline. So the first step is that you'll be able to choose which entity that you like. And then we can go ahead and transfer all the details that you like into the business. So you can go ahead and pick the business name, whatever the purpose of your business is, um, what region that your business is going to be serving. And this is if you're going to make it operable. If you really don't care, this is only for funding, that's fine. You can still choose what you like, and then we'll just build it out specifically for that. But if you do have clear intention on what you're trying to do, we'll build it around that too. So it's just a beautiful thing. You save a lot of time. The second step here is that after we go ahead and transfer the entity into your name, we will gather all the documents and put your business on the map. And what I mean by that is doing all those listings. If you do intend on using this as an operable business, in the next slide, I'll show you, or in the next two slides, sorry, I will show you some additional value that we will provide to you, such as we'll do your branding, we'll create an email sequence for you, we'll create a landing page for you. So that way you can pretty much just hit the ground running. Like, you already have all of you're on the map online, you have a website, you have emails going out to your consumers. Like, we'll pretty much get you set up to everything that you're trying to do. The third step here is, now that the business is configured to your liking, we will go ahead and start then building your business credit. So this process takes about 45 to 60 days. It just depends. Pretty much what we're going to be doing during that time frame is replacing business trade lines onto your account. So therefore, you're able to have the business Paydex at 80, and you're not necessarily having to personally guarantee anything with your personal credit. And then the last step after that is we then go ahead and apply for the funding. That process itself can take up to 7 to 10 days. All right. And then here, you will receive exclusive access to our $300,000 line of credit. The funding is unsecured business lines of credit, so you don't need to be concerned about showing any revenue, and you don't have to do any sort of asset verification. Some funding is 0% APR for the first 6 to 12 months. And then if you want to pull off cash from this line of credit, we do have methods to assist you in doing so. Then the funding has no upfront cost, but there is a 10% back end fee. And what we mean by that is a 10% back end fee on the line of credit. So after everything's said and done with the pre-made business, depending on how much you get with the line of credit, which goes to $300,000, and you would be looking at the 10% back end fee for that. Frequently asked questions. So these are frequently asked questions that I pulled from Google, given that some people are looking, as I said, to incorporate themselves here. Everybody has different reasons on why they would be considering purchase of pre-made questions. A pre-made business. So here are the questions that I found from Google that people are asking about this. Are shelf corps legal? Yes, they are very legal. There's nothing illegal about it. It's just a entity that's been sitting, then we just transfer it to your name. You're able to go about doing everything that you want to do. Can I change the name of the address in the business? Yes. As we said, you're able to configure the business to your liking, whether that's the name, the address, the branding, all of that, as well as what the purpose of the business is, the business sect, all of that. You're able to change anything about it. Can I use a credit partner if my credit isn't good? Yes. So as I mentioned before, if your credit is not in good standing, let's say that you don't really have a credit partner or anyone else that you can rely on, that's perfectly fine. You could still purchase the pre-made business, and then we'll go ahead and correct your credit while we build up your Paydex 80 and finish the whole process. So even if your credit's not in good standing, you can still do it. If let's say that, hey, my credit isn't great, but my wife, she has wonderful credit, can we go ahead and move forward with that? That way I don't have to necessarily wait on, credit restoration, or I could still take advantage of credit restoration. We can kind of hit the ground running with funding. Yes, that's also an option. As long as you're comfortable with adding them as a member of the business, because their name will be associated with the line of credit no matter what. And then what kind of business entities can I get? So as of right now, all of our shelf corporations are all limited liability corporations. And then here are some additional reasons why you may want to go ahead and purchase your pre-made business with us. Our pre-made business package, it is $15,800, but you do get quite a bit of value with it. You get expert advice. Many of us actually have our own LLCs here that are specialists here within the small family business. So you actually will receive expert advice in setting up the business, which most likely will be myself, or Anthony Morgan, which he is the CEO of Prestige Business Financial Services. You'll also go ahead and get credit restoration and consulting. So with that, as I said before, whether if it's for you or for a business partner that you have that may have not that so great credit, we'll be more than happy to go ahead and use the credit restoration for them and help your business partner get set up. You'll also go ahead and get a free professional landing page or website, depending on what you're trying to do exactly. As I said, many people don't necessarily use the business for operating it, but we have some clients that do. So it just depends on what your goals are. If you actually want to utilize it, we'll be more than happy to set up your business, your website to your liking. Get all your branding, your logo, your tagline, all of that. You also will go ahead and receive a free short email sequence. So, when someone signs up to the landing page, a follow up series with them to close whatever a service or product that you will be trying to close on. You'll also go ahead and receive a free payment processor if you sign up with a merchant account. So what that is if you are going to be receiving any sort of debit card or credit card payments on your website, you will need to have a merchant processing account. Some people utilize PayPal, but there are additional benefits on why having a merchant account is more handy. Typically, having an official merchant account instead of using PayPal or something of the sort, you save a lot more rate. You save a lot more money on the rates because they charge service fees and transactional fees. With doing our merchant account processor, not only will you get the free payment processor, but you also will save a lot of money on your processing fees. Another additional benefit is that we will list your business in all the directories so you don't have to, which is like I mentioned before, we'll provide you with the EIN letter, we'll expedite the Duns and Bradstreet number process. We'll go ahead and list you in the 401 directory, yellow pages, super pages. We'll also go ahead and set you up with the Google My Business profile, optimize that. And then again, if you are going to be operating this as a actual business, we'd be more than happy to, because we actually have a sister company, .com Secrets Global Marketing. That company specializes in digital marketing. So that's actually the benefit of working with us, because you will get the professional assistance with getting the landing page, the email sequence. We can also assist you with Google Ads, setting up your SEO keywords, all that fun stuff. But specifically with that Google My Business profile, it will be optimized, and we can assist you with setting up some of your first advertising on social media. Whether that's going to be, just small advertisements, run Facebook ads, things like that, we'll be more than happy to assist you with. So that concludes my presentation today over pre-made businesses and how they can help you obtain higher funding within a short time frame. So if you do think this option is right for you, please go ahead and click on the appointment link there and schedule yourself an appointment with one of our experts. Therefore, you'll be able to speak with myself, Adriana Morgan, Anthony Morgan, Lasaida, or Eliza, and we'll be able to go ahead and answer any further questions that you may have. And we'll also do provide a free consultation with pretty much all of our products and services that will provide you with the actions plan to help you get the funding, or if you have funding goals, whether it's personal or business, we can help you obtain that within a short time frame of a couple months. If it's, hey, you need to add some additional credit history so you can apply for this $100,000, or hey, you need to get this removed from your credit, we do provide you very helpful, valuable information. We also do provide a lot of free resources and ebooks on entrepreneurship in personal finance and business finances on our social media channels. So please give us a follow. That's on our LinkedIn channel, our Pinterest, and our Facebook. We actually also have a mastermind group, so feel free to join that, where you can go ahead and speak with other entrepreneurs and like-minded individuals that are starting their business journeys. But yeah, go ahead and give us a call at 1-800-622-0453. Visit our website there, or feel free to email us at Anthony@PrestigeBFS. Thank you so much for taking your time to watch this. I hope you were able to get something out of this. And yeah, I look forward to speaking with you. You take care. And good luck on your journey of being an entrepreneur. It's not easy, but it's well worth it.